Imagine this. Someone lets you down. Maybe they cancel plans at the last minute, betray your trust when you least expect it, or send mixed signals, leaving you in a state of emotional uncertainty. Your natural instinct? React. Confront them. Demand an explanation. Show them that their actions hurt you. After all, that's how most people operate through emotional reactions. But what if you did something completely different? What if, instead of reacting with anger or disappointment, you remained silent? What if, instead of showing frustration, you accepted their behavior with unshaken composure? No emotional outburst, no desperate attempt for clarity, just a calm, controlled response, or better yet, no response at all. Welcome back to Mindful Stoicism. Here's where the real shift happens. When you refuse to engage in the emotional game, something powerful unfolds. They start questioning everything. People are used to emotional cause and effect. They disappoint you. They expect an emotional reaction. But when that reaction never comes, when you remain unfazed, their certainty crumbles. They begin to wonder, why aren't they upset? Do they not care? Did I lose my hold on them? And this, my friend, is the power of Stoicism in relationships. The ability to stay composed in the face of disappointment isn't just strength, it's control. The moment you stop playing the emotional tug-of-war, you shift the power dynamic entirely. So, if you truly want to master self-control and understand the psychology behind why acceptance is more powerful than reaction, keep watching till the end, because today we're unlocking the secret of confusing them with your acceptance. 1. The power of non-reaction. Reactions are the currency of emotional exchanges. Every time you react, whether through anger, frustration, or sadness, you give the other person control over your emotions. They realize they can affect your state of mind, manipulate your feelings, and dictate the energy between you. But when you refuse to react, you disrupt the pattern and take back control. Imagine this. Someone ignores your text for hours, even days. You could double text, ask what's wrong, or let frustration get the best of you. But instead you do nothing. No follow-up message, no emotional plea. You move forward as if nothing happened. Suddenly the power dynamic shifts. They start wondering, why aren't they reacting? Are they losing interest? Did I miscalculate my influence over them? This isn't about playing games. It's about emotional discipline. Most people live on an emotional roller coaster, reacting to every external event. But the truly powerful, the truly stoic, understand that the only real control we have is over ourselves. By mastering non-reaction, you send a clear message. I am not controlled by others' behavior. I remain unaffected. And paradoxically, this makes you even more intriguing and respected in the eyes of others. When you react emotionally, you reinforce the other person's behavior, whether good or bad. But when you remain calm and indifferent, they are left to confront themselves. They start to question their own actions, their own inconsistencies, and whether they have misjudged your worth. So the next time someone disappoints you, Pause before you react. Ask yourself, does this deserve my energy? If the answer is no, let silence be your response. That silence speaks louder than any reaction ever could. Acceptance doesn't mean weakness. Many people mistake acceptance for passivity. They assume that if you don't react to disappointment, disrespect or betrayal, you must be weak, that you're allowing others to walk all over you. But in reality, true acceptance is not about submission. It's about understanding and control. When someone lets you down, you have two choices: react emotionally or respond with wisdom. Reacting emotionally, whether with anger, frustration or resentment, puts you in a position of dependence. It shows that your emotions are dictated by external events and other people's actions. But when you accept the situation as it is, without allowing it to disturb your inner peace, you show the true strength. Let's say someone breaks a promise to you. Instead of arguing or demanding explanations, you simply take note. You don't lower your standards, you adjust your expectations. You recognize that this person is unreliable, and you move accordingly. No drama, no wasted energy, just quiet understanding and decisive action. This is what confuses people. They expect an emotional reaction. They expect to see you affected. But when you remain composed, when you accept but do not tolerate, they start questioning themselves. They wonder why their actions didn't shake you. This is where the true power of Stoicism lies. It allows you to rise above emotional turbulence and maintain your dignity. So, the next time someone disappoints you, remember, acceptance is not weakness, it is wisdom in action. You're not excusing bad behavior, you're simply refusing to let it dictate your emotions. And that, in itself, is the ultimate display of strength. The psychological impact of indifference. Indifference is one of the most powerful psychological tools in human interaction. When someone expects a reaction, whether it's anger, sadness, or desperation, but is instead met with calm acceptance, their mind enters a state of confusion. They are left unsettled, wondering why their actions didn't provoke the expected response. This is where the true power of indifference comes into play. When you react emotionally, you send a clear signal. You care. Even if your reaction is negative like frustration or anger, it still confirms that their actions hold weight in your life. It validates them. But when you meet disappointment with neutrality, that validation disappears. The person is left in an emotional void, unsure of where they stand. This triggers a psychological response known as cognitive dissonance. They start questioning themselves. Did I do something wrong? Why aren't they upset? Were they never invested in me? Did I lose someone valuable without realizing it? This inner turmoil can be far more unsettling than an emotional outburst. Most people operate under the assumption that they have some level of control over others' emotions. When that control is taken away, they are forced to re-evaluate the entire dynamic. Ironically, this lack of reaction often makes them want your attention even more. They might try harder to get a response, reach out unexpectedly, or even change their behavior just to regain a sense of control. This is why true power lies not in reacting, but in mastering the art of non-reactivity. Indifference is not about being cold or heartless. It's about showing that you are in full control of your emotions and that no one else has the power to disturb your inner peace. 4. How to apply this in real life. Understanding the power of non-reaction is one thing, but how do you actually implement it in your daily life? How do you train yourself to remain calm when someone disappoints you, disrespects you, or plays mind games? The answer lies in practicing emotional discipline and shifting your mindset. 1. Observe, but don't react. The next time someone cancels plans without warning, ignores your message, or acts distant, resist the urge to react impulsively. Instead, take a mental step back. Observe what just happened as if you were watching a movie. Ask yourself, is this really worth my energy? Most of the time, you'll realize that reacting emotionally won't change the situation. It will only give the other person control over your state of mind. 2. Maintain your value. People respect those who respect themselves. If someone keeps letting you down, don't beg for their attention or chase after them. Instead, subtly pull away. Your silence and indifference will say more than words ever could. It forces them to wonder if they misjudged your importance in their life. And when people sense they might be losing something valuable, that's when they start chasing. 3. Stay calm, stay mysterious. When you stay emotionally composed, people will struggle to read you. They'll start overanalyzing your silence, wondering what's going on in your mind. This subtle psychological shift makes them more invested in you because humans crave certainty. The less predictable you are, the more intriguing you become. By practicing these steps consistently, you train yourself to control your emotions instead of letting emotions control you. And when you master this, you'll notice that people treat you with a new level of respect, because nothing is more powerful than someone who cannot be shaken. The next time someone lets you down, remember, your reaction is your power. Don't give it away so easily. Confuse them with your acceptance and watch as the dynamics shift in your favor. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. And let me know in the comments, what's the one situation where you've seen the power of non-reaction work for you? Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.